Well, uh, you know, it's a brand new show, video podcast edition. You already know this video will be on my YouTube channel, brand new show, JANEAU show. So go watch, like, comment. I do comment back. And more importantly, man, if you like the videos, like I said, like them. And if you feel some type of way about the videos, like if you comment on it, um, and also um, subscribe if you just want to support, you can subscribe. So thank you guys for those that are subscribed to my podcast, to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you. And also did a podcast episode today. Um, Life doesn't reflect act. You know, um, I meant to say art, but my hands was just all over the place. So, but act sounds better to me. I think act does sound better because I think whatever you're doing with your life, but go listen to it. Go listen to the episode and you can see why I'm cool with being that it's act. But I actually was trying to write. I put C instead of R. Damn, things are close on the board. What can I say? But I like act anyway because it sounds better. Because life doesn't reflect sometimes your actions or whatever the case may be with that. So your act, um, you know, kind of shorter than actions, but act is perfect. So I take it. Like I said, I know where my mind was going, but it just when you're writing, you try and hurry it up and so. So go listen to the episode though. Go listen to it. Hope you guys enjoy it and yeah, and let's do this video, man. So pretty much the same thing I'm about to talk about. I talked about on my podcast today, but um, this video is I did this video like 3 times yesterday. I did like 3 damn times, and it kept messing up. Somebody kept calling me, and and me being who I am, I like to do it in a moment. And so when something fucks up, it takes me completely out of it because I'm not doing it again. I get frustrated, and it's like fuck it, I'm not doing it again. I just wait, and and that's kind of how it goes, you know. Um, so yesterday I did this, and it was supposed to be point of view of random shit. And I even said that on my podcast. But today I think it's more from me to you. It's my other series from me to you, and this is why I think I'm doing it this way because yesterday what I was talking about was very important and it's pretty much I'm gonna try to remember what I said on here. Like I said, it got deleted, so bear with me. Um, but in the process, like I said, I said so much on my podcast today that it kind of fits the same narrative. Right now, professional. I hate saying professionally, but my career, what I love to do, these videos, my podcast, everything I'm doing, I'm happy. I'm very, and I know I don't like to say happy a lot because anytime that could just go away. I know, but I am happy. With what I love to do, this podcast videos, and some people now I know people in life equate happiness with money, and I don't. I equate happiness with what you love to do, the people you surround yourself with, those people that definitely take their time to help you not only build something, but when you are down, you can't see what's next. They jump in and they give you a true talking to. They don't yell at you. They calmly tell you, don't forget why you're doing this. It wasn't for fame. It wasn't for success. It wasn't for money. it's because you thought you could do something. You thought you could. I don't think that changed the world. Let's get that out the way. But sometimes people do things because they think their voice is unique, and so it's something special because they've been told that. You know, oh, your voice is a breath of fresh air. Oh man, what you're doing is so unique. You need to speak on it more and more. And it's kind of how I started doing this. Uh, but yeah, I think with all of that being said, um, what I love to do is this, and it's going good. I mean, it's going really good. I never thought in fuck million years, 27 years, that I would find my passion. Um, and the reason why I always say if this ever turns into like a job, like where I'm pressed to do it, I will quit it because it's very important to me. Um, because it's like I said, it's my voice. So if I feel like somebody's putting a timer on my voice and what I feel and how my brain works, um, I need to sit down with it first and kind of come up with the idea and see how I feel about things. I can't just go out there and say shit. That's not me. Um, I always say I observe every situation I get into because it's very important too. Because you never want to jump into something and then get left high and dry on some shit that you never should have been your ass in. You should have never had your ass into anyway, because somebody told you, nah, I'm gonna wait. Even if it's a good idea, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. But this is where what I love starts to kind of like show me different sides of me. I've always been a loner. Always been a loner. Don't really have that many friends. Don't really talk to people outside my family like that. I really don't communicate with shit. I don't even barely communicate with my family like that. Um, and I think because um, I think because I am walled off. You know. I talked about going to therapy, and my therapist asked me, "Who am I?" And I couldn't give her an answer. And she actually told me my therapist asked me that question a year ago, like a year. I think she said like a year ago, and then I went back a year later and she asked me that same question, and I could pinpoint it, but she was like right there in the moment I couldn't figure it out, and that's kind of how I look at it. Um, Me personally, that's a question I always ask myself really when I'm out the shower, looking in the mirror, trying to figure out what's next. It's like, who are you to figure out what's next to you? Like your life is it's pretty good, and I think that's where the contradictory of myself comes in. Me self doubting myself a lot comes in because it's not as easy as I make it seem sometimes. I very, very, very much so now am easier to now figure out what triggers some of my shit. I think when I go off, I know what snapped me. Like, okay, that clearly wasn't there, but my therapist has been trying to get me out of this mindset and others, and I don't think it's because, and anxiety does play a part with that, but more so than not, who am I as a question that, I even did a podcast on it this week. Who are you? But who am I is a very, it's a question. It's a hard question too, because some of that comes from, what people think of you and what people's expectations of you are. And And that could fuck up your mindset a little bit and fuck up what you're supposed to be doing, really. Because everybody thinks you're supposed to be doing this one thing. Are you supposed to be entertaining this situation way more than that situation? And I get it. I totally get it. But at the same time, it could get to you. And this is where I said I love what I do because, like I said, working with people now and having people on my podcast, you know, having people even reach out to me and want to do stuff with me is very important. That means a lot because, like I said, I don't really have friends. I don't really have people to lean on in this podcast. So when somebody gives me advice, like my guy Uncle P yesterday, telling me, I see you doing this and that, but you gotta, put hashtags in and put your show in it, and then hashtag that, and then so all morning I've been doing it. I took that advice very fast. I was like, oh, okay, that's something new. I've been talking about interviewing my brother, my guy, my guy Sir Splex, for a while. And we keep just running into the same fucking problem. Me, mentally. It's not him, it's me. Where I don't want to not, have him on my platform, and I couldn't come through for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to fuck that up for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to be like, oh, you're just an amateur. You couldn't really. But because he's, we used to, talk all the time about, his music and what I wanted to do with this podcast all the time at work, I said this on my podcast today, but, he was my manager when I used to work at the airport, and we used to always talk, like, we was just sitting on the clock, and it wasn't shit to do, so we used to just talk for, like, 3 hours about shit to do, and what we were going to do when we finally made it out that motherfucking airport. And now to see him out here still killing it, still doing his music. Go listen to his music, by the way. Sir Splex on music platforms everywhere. You can follow him raw and uncut on his social media pages. And to do now something like that with him, and now, Friday is when we're gonna do it. That comes into and I've been talking to a bunch of podcasters for a while, and they're like, man, you gotta eventually, like, do interviews with people. You gotta eventually put people on your platform. You gotta do that eventually. And I'm so used to being myself and doing this pretty much, and being in the room, no question, no conversations, just me just going. And I'm so used to it, and it's a little bit of a self-doubting situation. Like I said, if I can't come through for that man, I feel really bad. Like, even though I know his music, even though I know him very well, like, I would feel fucked up that I didn't come through for that man. So it comes into that conversation a little bit. And yeah, I just even when I'm doing, like, now my sports podcast, my guy Juan, All Sports Talk, it kind of, I would feel bad if I didn't bring my opinion to the table and really generally, like, give it. I would feel bad, because I think that, not only is he somebody that believed and trusted me to do something with me, he needs me to bring my fair share to the table too. So anytime I went to work with anybody, man, I'm blessed and honored that you guys would want to work with me. I'd call me. I'd say, hey man, let's do this. What you doing? Like my guy Bet the House, Big Smash, hit me up. It was just like Monday. He was just like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. He's like, shit, you want to get on the podcast? I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And that opened the door to meeting another person, amazing podcast out there. Shout out to Queen. And what she's doing, how she's moving. Then she hit me up yesterday and been like, yo, can you just ask a question to a comedian? Oh, of course, I got you. And that means a lot, because for you to even think of me to do that, even if it's a question, I don't care. But it's the fact that she hit me up. It was like she thought of me to even ask a question. Like, thank you. Even if the question didn't air, like I'll take it. I don't care, because that motivates me. That people are. I don't want to let them down. The people that are giving me a shot. When I get on these platforms. With my guy Delp, Man Cave. I get on this and we gotta do something. OG, EJ the DJ, we gotta do something, man. Or like over the weekend, hit up, I go on social media and I'm like, yo, what's my guy Jeremy? Like, I ain't heard my guy Jeremy in a while. Life Unplugged. Like, I've heard him in a while. What's up, man? And then them hitting me up and DMing me and telling me, like, I'm good, man. Thank you for checking on me. I'm like, man, like, that's what I would expect you to check on me too if you haven't heard something from me in a while. So, and to see amazing podcasters out here doing their thing and killing it is a positive motivation, because they don't have to shout me out. They don't have to support me. They don't have to follow me. They could easily take me as a joke and think I'm not really talented, or, I'm not saying I'm talented, but I'm just saying, or they could take it very, if they've been doing this for a while, they could take it very personal. Like, this the one that everybody keeps talking about? Like, this the one? I guess. But y'all don't. And y'all give me advice. And usually when somebody give me advice, I'm a kid, I'm young, so you take it like, yeah, I do it. But again, I'm passionate about this. I love what I do. I take it very serious, to the point where I still am happy to do it. So when y'all give me advice, I don't wait. I heard what you said. Now let me go do it. Because as much as it could, take a while to get it done, at least I put it out there. And so again, I always say this, thank you. Because it's very easy to feel like you don't have anybody. Especially when we're all trying to get to the imaginary top, whatever that is, the imaginary mountain, the mountaintop, whatever that is, the imaginary mountaintop of this. To still have you guys DM me, hey man, let's get on this. Okay, let's do it. You need to do this a little bit more. Okay, I got you. Throw this into you. Got you. It's not because, and I've realized, if they didn't see something in me, they'll just let me fucking flounder out there. They'll let me fall flat on my face. But instead, they do see something. And they see something. And now I can't let them down either. It's just like a family. It really is. I can't let my family down. I can't let them down. Because at the end of the day, we all going to the top. That imaginary top, we all going to be there. Don't give a fuck who gets there first. As long as we reach back and be like, yo, let's go all get this motherfucker. Let's go. Let's get it. So, again, if I didn't shout you out, thank you. If you follow me, or if you don't even follow me, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's easy to, and this is why I always thank podcasters, especially people that have truly given me advice. Because I'm tired of waiting till somebody pass to give them their flowers and tell them how great they were. We're alive right now, man. We breathing. Tell them how much they mean to you now. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. And it ain't got to be for just the people out, in this podcast community. That's for family, too. Thank you. Love you. I really do. I really, really do. And like I said, all of us will eventually get to this imaginary mountaintop that they keep talking about. But when we finally get there, um, we won't be throwing rocks at each other to stay there. We're gonna be having parties and thanking each other and celebrating the journey we took to get there. I would hope. That's when you start to realize who was just using you, who really believed that you were meant to do this. So, to y'all, again, family, friends, colleagues in this podcast game, thank you. And I'll talk to you guys soon.